Hey, this is Perch, and we're talking about Young Avengers today. So, on a recent show, Pele pointed out that Young Avengers back issues are actually selling quite well, and there's a real supply and demand problem of just these issues kind of going for quite a bit. And it's easy to see why. Well, I mean, it's easy to see why because the quality is very good. But outside of that, of course, we have Disney Plus, and we have some Young Avengers characters showing up. Kate Bishop is soon to show up. I mean, it's a reasonable expectation. I think many of these others will show up as well, with the exception of Patriot here, unfortunately. But we'll talk about that in a minute. There is this is a good run. So this is Allan Heinberg and Jim Cheung, an absolute superstar team of writer and artist. And Jim Cheung, of course, has made the migration over to DC, although it's hard to tell. I don't think he's exclusive because he is doing Marvel stuff from time to time, like covers and things. But he is, this is him kind of, I don't want to say early in his career because he'd done some work, but the quality of the work, I mean, if we just go through some of these pages, just really solid, good action scenes. I mean, great stuff. He draws an incredible Avengers. And I in my mind, Jim Cheung is somebody that was somewhat wasted at Marvel. I mean, he did some amazing things. He did some really big issues, but he didn't have that kind of epic, legendary run on a book that a lot of people did. But this is a hardcover, nice hardcover, bound up pretty well, bound up in this typical Marvel way, which is to say it will start to fall apart. But this one's in good condition. Very nice. This will retail you $30, and it is 12 issues plus a special and a bunch of other extra material. And that's what we're going to talk about. So this is a good deal. I mean, for $30, this is a really incredible deal. And there are places, there are Barnes & Noble bookstores and other places where you can still find this at that cover price. And of course, you can get this in softback fairly easily, I'd say, in a lot of places. But definitely something to seek out. So, what do we have to say about this? Well, again, I'm not going to go through necessarily the entire issue here, but just to give you a sense, this is back in the old days where you get 12 solid issues with the same penciler. Who knew? But then you also get, a couple others for the special. We get a couple other people coming in: Neil Adams, Jim Ha, Jay Lee, Bill Sienowitz, Pascal Ferry. Really as they say in Marvel for some reason, I don't know why this expression got into everybody, a murderer's row of great artists have been involved in this. So the Young Avengers, and we got a very nice forward by Jeff Loeb, and this is about putting in, a brand new, team. And this is back when the New Avengers are out with the kind of the merged team of Wolverine and Spider-Man being on the team. And this is, instead of going for the cheap cash grab of characters, the standard origin story, Heinberg decides to actually give these characters meaning and has the amazing task of introducing a lot of new characters all at once. We got Iron Lad, we got Wiccan, Hulkling, the Patriot here. The Patriot, as it's revealed later, I think the grandson of the original Captain America, as they say, the Black Captain America in this comic, which is a really nice nod to that series, which unfortunately is kind of mired in now some legal mess, and apparently we won't be seeing him again, or at least doesn't look like it. We get Hulkling and Wiccan as a couple, so you get young gay teens out the gate, and we get first appearance of Kate Bishop over here. So here's Kate Bishop doing her thing, kind of being heroic as the heroes are tackling some terrorists here. But think about that for a moment. So we've got a bunch of things going on. We've got a number of brand new characters coming into the series. We've got amazing art. We've got good characterization. We got a nice legacy tie-in to the Avengers and to everything that's going on. We got Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughters, back when Scott Lang was dead during Disassembled, and we get a relation to Kang. We get a lot of just deep things all at once, and this is pretty incredible if you think about kind of the mission. It reveals why they're here, why they're doing what they're doing, kind of meeting up with some of these other characters. And I need a little stand for these things when I'm doing it, but we get Cassie taking on a role as Stature, as with her shape-shifting abilities. this is a book full of heart, and there's great action. There's Young Avengers fighting fighting villains. There's the threat of Kang. There is a Young Avengers fighting New Avengers. There's lots of fighting, and there's talking both. And this is some pretty incredible, great stuff that goes on. Wonderful coloring. The color transfers really, really well. This is nice, glossy, will not rub off on your hands paper. Feels really good. We got a relation to the Skrull. We got Wiccan, who may or may not be related to the Scarlet Witch. And again, big moments with Kang, with the heroes, with, I'm going to kind of, the glare. Skylights. What can you do? I mean, look at this, though. And just look at these kinds of wonderful big moments, illustrated well, classic just hero team coming together, Young Avengers taking out Kang, can't continue. We got just a lot of things going on here. This is a great title, some great stuff. Here's a fill-in artist. I'm eating my words from earlier. There are some fill-in artists, yes, but by and large, this is actually was back in the day when the fill-in artist, they at least attempted to have it look like the regular artist. That was amazing. We got some stuff with Mr. Hyde. Again, really nice legacy work. Jessica Jones is in here to kind of help steer them. We get, again, amazing moments. And here's, again, Jay Lee, a bunch of other people. So, and then back to Jim Cheung here, as we also deal with parentage of Kree and Skrull relations. Again, a lot going on. See? We have the New Vision. And this was a great series. This is a series that ended before its time. It's a series that really kind of it stands alone. And then each iteration of Young Avengers, I think, kind of diminished it. Kieran Gillian did a very different but decent run on it. I think that's fine. I had no real issues with his run at all. I definitely took it in a different direction, brought him some other characters, brought America Chavez, some others to the mix, Loki, and that was okay. But this run is a really nice, memorable run. So now to the good stuff. So, you definitely get those comics, you get them restored and told very, very well. You also get some really nice conceptual notes. This is the premise, the characters. This is, in effect, the pitch. And here is, right down to movie casting, a teen Keanu Reeves in Neo mode is Iron Lad. You get a really nice behind-the-scenes look at how the character was thinking about everything. Jake Gyllenhaal, a teen Tom Cruise if he was African-American. That's odd. Lindsay Lohan. That's Hulkling? No. These are a little tongue-in-cheek. But anyway, this is the pitch. And so if you're trying to do a comic and you're trying to think about how to kind of organize your thoughts and figure out what your pitch is, write a pitch. Don't go right into script mode. Write a pitch. Here's issue number 1. Here's issue number 2. Here's kind of a little paragraph laid out of what's going to go on, romantic arcs, and so on. There's some neat stuff here. And look at this. So, Kate and Eli will dislike each other immensely. Both alphas, and of course, fall in love, engaging in a romantic relationship. They have to keep secret to both their families and identities. Kate's parents never approve her dating him. Socioeconomic difference between them proves the challenge well. That's an interesting arc. You kind of wish that was still going on versus whatever, for Man for Action, I know people like that Hawkeye run. I really think that ruined Kate Bishop as a character. In my opinion, I think it took a lot of interesting aspects about her and went in a wrong direction. Was a child of wealth and privilege, and then how she's going to formulate being an Avenger. I thought that could be interesting, but they went in a different direction. Anyway, Billy and Teddy. So Billy becomes involved with Teddy, their relationship, but Billy will be forced to question everything when Teddy reveals he's neither male nor female. He's a shapeshifter. Billy will have to examine the true nature of love. That's an interesting kind of twist on a gay relationship. And I mean, you could probably go down the trans with Skrulls. I don't know, that's kind of a weird mix, but that's an interesting dynamic that is a lot deeper than kind of the, look at the cute gay couple that they went with later. I felt like every version of Young Avengers kind of diminished some of the unique things that were going on, as opposed to make it well. Cassie and young Kang will become involved as well. leaving her alone again after the father's death and mother's remarriage. We got a lot of that. And again, that's been kind of washed out since. But anyway, so you got a nice pitch. You have, the rough cut. Basically, here's the script. I don't believe this is exactly the script, but maybe this is the script that came out for issue 1. We get kind of a page by page. So we get to see how Heinberg does his thing. We get a nice interview with Allan Heinberg, interviewed by Joe Quesada. And here's one that is the Silver Bullet. So a couple interviews. And then we get some really nice, look at this stuff, character designs by Cheung, where we see kind of how these characters came together, some of the different looks, some of the different ideas. This is definitely, I love seeing stuff like this, just some really nice, cool work. Then for some reason, action figures are here. That's okay. And the original promo, here's an unused cover. It's just, and then here's some cover sketches. You kind of see how these covers came together. So this is some nice, it's not nearly enough. There's just kind of, we're kind of short shafted a little bit on some of the backup material, but still good, get a sense of what was going through the creators' minds as they were putting this together, and that's cool. So there you go. It's Young Avengers. It's a hardcover. You can find a similar thing in softcover, although I don't believe all the extras are there with it. Some nice stuff. This is a good series. This was the first series, and definitely one that's going to be referenced a lot. My belief, actually, is that when Disney Plus starts to adapt Young Avengers for the screen, they're going to be looking at this run. They're going to be looking a lot less at Kieran Gillian's run. They're going to be looking a lot less at the material that came after. They're really going to focus on this as the kind of definitive run. Maybe I'm wrong, but my guess is Kate Bishop will wind up feeling a lot more like this and a lot less like the Matt Fraction, Kelly Thompson, and what's come after runs. My suspicion is this will be the material it's rooted in. We will see. But anyway, there you go. What do you know? What do you think? Did you follow this run? Did you pick it up originally in the shop? I did. It was awesome. Let me know your comments below and give me some suggestions. What else would you like to see? I've got a wall full of hardbacks here, so I'm happy to review anything you would like. So leave me the comment below. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notification. Thanks for listening.